Man, I've been thinking about this for so many times. I've said this to some of my subscribers and stuff, that YouTube is fucking awful. I remember when I first heard about YouTube, I was someplace in public and I seen a couple people on this website called YouTube, and this was back in 2006. Yeah, the very beginning stages of YouTube, when it started getting some notoriety. And the first thing I wanted to watch on YouTube, I swear it was one of, if not the first thing I seen on YouTube, was when Stone Cold Steve Austin beat up Booker T in that grocery store in 2001 on SmackDown. I was like, I have to watch this. This is so cool. I get to watch so many things. And I remember when YouTube was YouTube, man. You come on YouTube and you didn't have to worry a little or nothing about copyright ID claims and ads, and everything was censored and all that. I know I said things about the 2000s stinking and stuff like that. Some people get mad at me when I say that. Well, fuck it. I don't have the nostalgia glasses on when I see this damn shitty decade that even Time Magazine themselves have once said, when Time Magazine was actually credible, when they called this the decade from hell, right? But one of the cool things about the 2000s was YouTube, man. YouTube was like the place where you can go and just be yourself, and you could just have fun and broadcast yourself. Remember that whole slogan, broadcast yourself? They don't even have that anymore. Whatever happened to broadcast yourself? You know what I'm saying? Man, you come on YouTube now, it's boring, it's bland, it's corporate, it's boring, it's not cool. I mean, I like being on YouTube because I get to tell the truth about things and let things off my chest. It's kind of like therapy in some sort of way. You know what I'm saying? And I get to share my music with people because I love making music, and I love to see like some feedback with my music. It's very entertaining to see people comment on my videos when it comes to my music and stuff. I wish more people would listen to my music, but whatever. But I like to come on here and share my thoughts about music and stuff because I love music. It is a passion when it comes to music, and I like to do this for fun. But nowadays, it's like more people who come on YouTube, they're looking to become the king of this, the queen of that. They want to be some god or goddess. They want to be the best ever. They want to have some movement or something. They want to make a lot of money. They want to be big superstars and stuff like that. They want to do this, they want to do that. And I'm like, well, just come on here and have some fun. Because most likely, if you're not a beautiful female doing ASMR or a semi-attractive female doing ASMR, which I like ASMR, but, you know, let's be real. That shit is dominated by women. If you ain't no mukbanger, which why would anybody want to sit there and watch hours upon hours a day of people eating food, right? Pig it out on food, because that's entertainment nowadays, and political stuff, then you're not going to really grow on this damn website. Back then, everybody were different. Everybody had creativity. Everybody had something to bring to the table. I remember when AVGN was known as James Nintendo Nerd, and Fred was on top of the world. Granted, I was never big mega fans of them. In fact, I was never fans of anybody on YouTube. But I would rather take those days when you had the star rating and stuff like that, or even the early days of the thumbs up, thumbs down system. That was the best days. The only thing I didn't like about YouTube back then was the simple fact that, you know, you had to have a certain subscriber number to have your own custom-made thumbnails and stuff like that, and YouTube partnership. Back when YouTube partnerships actually were worth a damn. Now YouTube partnerships don't mean a damn thing anymore, because number one, everybody and their damn mama can go and make a YouTube channel and monetize their damn little selves, even though you're not going to make a lot of money with that shit. And that's another thing right there, monetization. People ask, yo, TG, Venom, why don't you monetize your videos, man? Why don't you do that? Because I know for certain fact, when it comes to being on YouTube, you're not going to make a lot of money on this website by just YouTube money itself. Even the big dogs on YouTube know that when it comes to YouTube, you're not going to make a lot of money. Because number one, they go by viewership, right? And if your video isn't doing good that day or that week or month or whatever, then guess what? You're not going to make a lot of money. I've seen people with 500, 600K subs, okay? And they're still complaining about how much money they're losing out. They're not making a lot of money because maybe their channel is dying and stuff like that. But even when they get a good amount of views that is good for their channel, they're only making about almost around like 9 to 5 hour job working at GameStop or Walmart or something. And I'm like, what's the difference, you know? I mean, you can kind of turn YouTube into a job, but fat chance, man, because there's too many damn YouTube channels on YouTube, and YouTube don't give a fuck about promoting new YouTube channels to the highest helm. You can get lucky and get big, but I think it's an anomaly at this point now. I really think that some of these people who become big on YouTube, it was like it wasn't meant to be, but they somehow broke the system, they cracked the code or whatever, right? And they become something on YouTube. And I look at this whole situation on these people on YouTube are, oh my god, they're so boring. Most people who are big on YouTube are not even the big YouTuber channels anymore. Yeah, I mean, they still make a good amount of money, so they're not going to complain. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, KSI, Flight Reacts, Rice Gum, guys like that, they're still not, they still making good amount of money. I haven't heard of Rice Gum in a long time. Or people like PewDiePie and all that. But ever since, like, when that T-Series versus PewDiePie thing was going on, and T-Series surpassed PewDiePie as the #1 most subscribed YouTube channel of all time, you can clearly see where YouTube is heading into. Now it's becoming more corporate. It's becoming like TV now. When YouTube back in the days, it was all about the people, the average Joe, the average Jane, who can come on YouTube and make a blog, vlog, music, a music video, or a comedy skit or something, or some webisodes or something. And they come on YouTube and they have fun and they make a lot of fanfare and they get some publicity and they become big and stuff like that. Nowadays, it's not like that no more. Now you got to be super corporate and could be a complete sellout. Well, let me tell you something right now. I'm not hearing that. The day I have to become a sellout is the day I'm fucking retiring. I'm not leaving YouTube. Only time I'm gonna leave YouTube is if this damn channel gets terminated or something in real life has to take me away so far away from YouTube to the point I can't come back. I gotta tend to the real world. Because believe it or not, there's YouTubers out there, very few, that have a real life thing going on called life. And I'm not no Nikado Avocado, whatever, the fat guy who does the mukbangs, and he's a complete weirdo and a loser, and he's a big fat fucking crybaby. I ain't no Hunter Avalon or anything like that, man. I ain't trying to be like these people. I'm trying to be TG Venom, and I want to make music. And that's another thing right there, right? There's so many damn people that make good music on YouTube still to this very day. I'm not talking about Spotify. I ain't talking about SoundCloud or Napster or anything like that. I'm talking about YouTube. There's still people on YouTube that only has like 300 subs, 500 subs, 10,000, 30,000. Whether they're EDM artists or something like that, or rock bands, or metal guitarists, rock guitarists, or acoustic guitar players, or pianists, or vocal singers or something, or rappers, or beat makers or something that have talent. They're not even getting no much publicity because they're making music that the YouTube trending list is not going to show. And I've seen the YouTube trending list. That shit is garbage. It always keep promoting the same people. Lil Baby, Megan Thee Stallion, Billie Eilish, Tom McDonald. Man, fuck these people. Why don't you promote new people? Promote some new channels. How about that? Oh, we're gonna promote Lil Nas X. How about promote some new faces here? Huh? It's bad enough we gotta deal with people like Lil Nas X every time you go watch some award show or listen to the radio or go on the internet or something, or go just walk up and down the street, or go ride up and down the street with your car or something, motorcycle, whatever the hell you be riding, and you're gonna hear someone like Lil Nas X or Lil Baby, Da Baby, Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, Doja Cat. Promote new fucking people, man. There's so many damn people in the underground on YouTube that makes good music that are not even getting promoted. The only people who get promoted is the same fucking people who make garbage ass rap music that can't sing and stuff like that. They be on auto tunes and shit, melodic or mumble rap. That's what sells on YouTube, because that's what sells in music, because that's like the #1 selling thing, mumble melodic rap. When melodic rappers be using auto tunes and they sound like they're crying on the motherfucking song, yeah, that shit is like the thing that's cool now, right? That's cool. Yahoo, bunch of future wannabe clones. Man, I just wish rap music, like I've said many times, would just hurry up and die. I'm tired of it. People say it's like disco. Man, I'd rather take disco, because disco didn't suck this bad and this long. How long disco been around? Since like the 70s, right? And it died like in the late 70s, early 80s. Roughly around there. They try to bring it back with new disco or something, and they try to clump it in with house music, because house music was really big in the early 80s and shit like that. But let me tell you something, man. No, nobody cares about disco. But I'd rather take disco than hip-hop, because that's all you see nowadays. And you know what else you see a lot on YouTube? It's these damn political channels. People talking about how non-binaryism is cool, and it's like a 30-minute long drivel about how non-binary is awesome and people should learn to understand they, them, theirs, and zygars and stuff like that. Yeah, we gotta learn all those confusing pronouns, right? Instead of just sticking with he, him, his, or her, she. We gotta create these new things, or butcher plurals and try to put it in with these people, because if you say the wrong pronouns, you're gonna hurt their little feelings, and they'll flag down your damn video and stuff, and you get terminated. And that's another thing I can't stand about YouTube nowadays. The flagging system is fucking broken. You can get terminated by just one strike. I heard so many channels, they get terminated, right? And they didn't even have like one, they only got one strike and they get terminated on the spot. And then you get political channels talking about the right-wingers and all of this, and yeah, we love, Candace Owens and shit like that. Go, Brandon, go. Who the fuck is that? I don't give a damn about no Brandon. How about some entertainment here, folks? Can we get some entertainment back in here? Some creativity? I'm tired of this political shit. I'm not interested in politics. I don't give a fuck about politics. If I want to go sit there and be bored to death about politics from either side, I'll go watch CNN or Fox News, okay? I don't want to hear about politics when I'm on YouTube, want to be entertained. There's not a lot of channels on YouTube anymore, big or small, that are doing anything creative or cool or new or unique. There's some out there I've seen that are big time YouTube channels that have 1,700,000, and there's some that have 30K, 1K, 500, or 12K or something, or 2K or something, odd subs, and they're still doing it. But there's a lot of other YouTube channels out there from whatever community you want to think of, gaming, ASMR, or the political community, that just do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? The things I watch on YouTube is like something that I can be educated on, like earth science, or did you know about this, history, right? I like to learn things more so than a lot of people who lurk on the internet nowadays don't want to learn a damn thing other than, what's crawling up Cardi B's fucking vagina now. You know what I'm saying? I want to learn things. Either that, I want to relax. I watch some little ASMR. Yeah, I like ASMR. And, I listen to some old school music, mainly like chiptune music from the 80s and the 90s, and some old video game music from the early 2000s and stuff like that, and some electronic music, or some old school music from the 70s and the 80s, or something like that from the 90s, or something from the early 2000s a little bit, and stuff like that. And that's all I do on the internet, and a couple other miscellaneous stuff, like some other wrestling topic when they talk about old school wrestling, like that guy Wrestling Bios. I think he makes great content. Okay, that Reliving the War, that's some great shit right there. No other YouTube content creator when it came to wrestling had the creativity to, or the mind power to think of something like that. But yeah, he's really good. He's the only fucking good YouTube channel out there that talks about wrestling that's actually non-biased. They ain't talking about, like, going back to politics again, because wrestling channels want to be political now too. Now you see that, I see them. They're all, the smarks are like the left-leaning people and stuff like that. They're like Joe Biden supporters and Kamala Harris vagina munchers and stuff. And the right-leaning people are the anti-smarts that like big muscle-bound people that can't fucking cut promos, can't wrestle, but they have big 300 pounds of steroid-up muscles and shit. That means they're gonna draw ratings. They're the next Hulk Hogan. They're the next Stone Cold Steve Austin. Rather, they're the smarts, the left-leaning people. They think that, hey, all women wrestling is the cool new thing. That's a big draw. Oh yeah, we need little dorky-looking skinny jabronis running around kicking knees and stomps and elbows from Japan. We need more motherfuckers who can't cut promos and shit. They'll be the next Rock. That's the next Shawn Michaels. That's the next Bret Hart right there. The next Mr. Perfect. Man, fuck that. And I'm not here to get into wrestling. I'm just here to talk about why YouTube stinks now. There's not a lot of creativity. Remember the 3 a.m. challenge and the 24-hour challenge craze that happened like in the mid to late 2010s, like 2016, 2017, around there. You know, channels that would like hide out at Walmart or at McDonald's and stuff like that. And sometimes, I don't know if it was staged or not. Maybe it was staged, but it got more ridiculous when they started doing the 24-hour challenges at haunted houses or abandoned buildings. Or we're gonna do a 24-hour challenge in a haunted mental asylum that closed down in 1949 or something. And it's a bunch of hoax bullshit. People messing around with the video and stuff like that to make it look like it's scary. And then they did the 3 a.m. challenge, where out of all the hours of the day, 3 o'clock a.m. to like 4 o'clock a.m. is where the devil and the ghosts and demons and ghouls and goblins come out to play. Because anytime else, they are sitting there probably playing with their little ding-a-ling or something, or putting cucumbers in their vagina and they coming out their little booty hole. That's what they're doing other times of the day. Then when the 3 a.m. is here, oh, it's time to scare some motherfucking boring-ass YouTubers in an abandoned asylum or something. Yeah, let's go! And they got rid of the dislike button and all that for whatever reason. The only people who really are happy about that are the garbage YouTube channels. That's who. Because normal YouTube channel who really get respect for real, they don't, like, come on, really? Who would be mad at the fact that you're getting dislikes? I don't care about dislikes, man. Because I know that those dislikes are probably just a couple of haters or trolls or something. But there's one certainty, before I end this video, that needs to happen on YouTube. And I think other things will follow along much more easier. Susan needs to go. She's literally the worst thing that ever happened to YouTube. She's just as bad as Mark Zuckerberg. She's just as bad as what's that dude's name? Jack Dorsey, whatever, the guy who once owned Twitter as the CEO or whatever. Bad as TikTok owners, the Chinese government, and as bad as Sheryl Sandberg. To me, Sheryl Sandberg and Susan Wamajoke, they're the same people, cut from the same cloth. You know what I'm saying? Then there's no wonder people don't like Sheryl Sandberg and Mark Zuckerberg and cocksuckers like, Susan Wamajoke, because nobody likes their policies on the internet. the things that they create is broken, is too corporate, it hinders freedom of speech, and it endorses more censorship and all that, because people, their feelings are getting hurt. If your feelings are getting hurt on the internet, then leave. Get the fuck out. Leave. I don't want you here, because all you do is gonna bitch, moan, and groan, and piss, and cry, and shit your little panties. You're gonna be like this chick right here. I can't believe I won! Shut up. Grow a pair of set. Be a real man. Be a real woman. Grow some balls, or grow some testicular fortitude or something. Or if you're a woman, get some guts or something. Be a real woman. Okay? Instead of crying like little boys and girls because your little crackers got stolen by a big, mean, nasty bully.